Hey, this is your girl, msyelladiva, giving you a review on Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 8, Episode 11. It is called Nail Razor. Nail Razor. Alright, before we get into it, give me a thumbs up. Give me a share, like, subscribe, all of that goodness. Let's get down in the comments. Tell me how you really feel. All right. So we're beginning the episode where we left off, where the Nell was trying not to go to therapy or counseling because she says she don't need it. So they convinced her to go to therapy. Okay. All right. So she said she don't need therapy. She just needs to get out of debt, and she just needs boundaries set. That's what she's seeking. Okay. It is what it is. All right. So if I have never ever liked Marceau, and I've never really liked Marceau. Marceau, listen. You did your thing on this conversation with Marquise. Okay, let me. I'm kind of a little irritated with all these M names. Marceau, Marquez, or Geese, whatever. Maurice, Martell, and Moses. And then we got the names: Chris, Ken, and Courtney. This don't make for good reviews because you keep messing up names. Anyway, Marceau is meeting Marquez at Black. Marquez is Letitia's husband because they're not exes just yet. Okay, but Marquez. Latricia's. Latricia's husband. Okay. So he comes. Marceau asks him that he wants something to drink, and he trying to order an old fashioned. He was like, "No, listen. I'm not a bartender. You can get you a shot, whatever. But that's it. I can't. We don't do no mixed drinks around here, and when the bartender's not here." So, he said Marquez said the last time he was here, he got into it with Ken outside, and he wanted to apologize for that. And so Marceau didn't even know that he got into it with Ken. He didn't even realize that Ken is dating Marquez's wife. And he said, so we can call it a throuple. And he was like, nah. Marquez was like, no, it's an entanglement. So he said, no, y'all in entanglement. He was like, cause he said, y'all legally separated. He said, yeah. He said, yeah, that's y'all entanglement. So he said that he is coming back because apparently he moved to Atlanta. Apparently, what had happened was Cause Marceau was like, "Give me the timeline." He said they were together since they were 18 years old. They got married when they was 18. They had a son and they had a daughter. But somewhere in there, that uh, Latricia lost her mama, her daddy, and her sister. Um, within a short time span, and he was not there for her during that time. He was, we don't know. He was, Latricia said he was just out the house. He was just out the house, just spending time with her friend, not supporting her, not comforting her, not she still got to. Oh, here go the mic. She still gotta go to work, even though she lost all these people in her life, but she got to go to work because she got to pay the bill, because he not there. He just doing his own thing. And so, and then he said during COVID, he really checked out. He was emotionally checked out. I mean, do you blame her for moving on? I'm sorry. Do you blame her for moving on? You wasn't there. You wasn't there for no part of any kind of hard. Because I thought the vow said for better or for worse, sickness and in health, for richer or poor, through good times and bad times. You, you, you. I'm really dumbfounded. So you left. You just did your own thing when she going through all of this stress. You were not a shoulder for her to lean on. She had to take care of the kids, and she had to take care of the household, and you were not a shoulder to lean on. I would have been divorced you, and me and Ken would have been married a long time ago. So, mm, mm, mm. Marceau said, "Did you love her?" Always, but I don't think I was in love with her. Yeah, I don't think so either. I don't think so either. If you let all this happen to her, and your your choice is to leave and not get in the trenches with her, you just skip town, move to Atlanta. He said COVID broke him. He wanted to get out, so he left. He moved to Atlanta, and he left. But now he don't want Ken to be a father to his kids, cause Ken moved in on his lady to take care of her, cause you didn't. And so, and that's what Marcel said. He 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 taking care of her because you walked out on her. You can't come back and and you can't come back making demands and stuff like that. That it don't work that way. You lost them privileges. You left the house. Marceau said being a father is a privilege. And he said, and if you leave the household, you leave your wife and your kids. You just can't, what did he say? You just can't do it for 6 years, then not do it. Fatherhood is something that you earn. I mean, I listen, I was agreeing with everything Marcel was saying. I Dr. Francis got into him because it's the God's honest truth. He needed to go. Marquez needed to go to see Dr. Francis for real. And so Marquez was like, maybe I think it's a rebound. He was waiting for his opportunity to move in on my woman, basically. He said 3 years prior to him leaving, he was texting or sending like Instagram emojis under her pictures and stuff like that, and sending her messages and stuff like that. And then Marquez called him and he said, well, you need to ask your woman, or whatever the case may be. You left. You left the household. And if you were so bothered by him, why'd you leave? You just gave him full right to move in on your woman. So if you didn't want him to move in on your woman, why did you leave? That way he couldn't move in on your woman. I mean, point blank period. He couldn't move in on your woman because you there. Holding down the household. Taking care of your woman. But you opened the door. What Destiny said? That you got up, got up from the table, and she sat down, or he sat down basically. So you got up from the table and he sat down. You can't be mad at nobody but yourself. Sorry, not sorry. Anyway, let me see what else he said. So then he said that's when she fell in love with the gym, cause he was at the gym and he was training her. And listen, so we finally get to see that body. Yeah, that body is banging. And I'm with Stormy. If I had a body like that, I'd be showing it off too. Sorry, not sorry. Okay. If I had a body like that, I'd be showing it off too. Yeah. But yeah, so that's why she in the gym. Cause her man in the gym. And her man got a banging body. So, and so he said that's why she fell in love with him. And so, and then his daughter told him that that she hates him, and that a father would never leave his family. Marcel said, well, is she wrong? Yeah, is she wrong? Not the point that she hates you, but a good father never leaves his family. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. And so she was like, he said, um, she got that from her mama. She probably don't speak like that. And he was like, well, if you raised her to speak her mind, and she 10, she probably speaks like that. And he said you were there for the first six years of her life, and if you raised her like that, then she gonna speak like that. Yeah. Um, Marceau said, yeah, you don't think she got it from her dad, and that's the truth. That's what it is. It says it's okay for you to have animosity towards him, but you can't let that dictate how you talk to him. So Marquise was like, Trish and Ken can be married, and the kids gonna have, and Marceau was like, the kids gonna have to look to him as a father figure. And he was like, no, what? No. He said, and Marceau said, that's why you don't leave your kids. I said, oh, Marceau. Oh, boom, boom, boom. Shots fired, Marceau. Yes. Drop the mic. That's why you don't leave your kids. Yes, honey. Yes. Yes, Marceau. You were preaching to him, because he really sounding is selfish, selfish. Like everything is somebody else's fault. Somebody else. He don't take no accountability for nothing that he has done. You shouldn't have left your kids. Okay. You shouldn't have left. You should have stuck it out. And if you didn't have the balls to stick it out, you should have been honest with Trisha and your kids. And you should have still been in their life. That way Ken wouldn't have came in and took your place as the man of the family. You can't be mad about nothing. You can't be mad about nothing or nobody. You can't be mad because you left that door open for him. And he came in and he busted that door down. Taking the kids out of the country on his dime. Buying them clothes, buying them shoes, giving your son a car. Okay, all right, okay, okay. Taking them back and forth to school, practice, and stuff like that. Yes, he has been a father to your child. I said it, so it is what it is. That's why Marceau said that's why you don't leave your kids. So he want to have a conversation with Ken, man to man. Okay, he still got your job. I don't feel sorry for you. Anyway, okay, so yeah. So what he say? He said first thing you ought to know. No, when he talked to him, Marceau said first thing you ought to say is thank you. And so he was like, for picking up where you left off, you should say thank you. And he was like, uh but he said he don't for loving and providing for his kids. And he said he don't have no choice. And Marcel said, yes he does. He could have left like you left. He said, nah, he worships the ground she walk on. And Marcel said, well, shouldn't somebody? Somebody should, you didn't? Boy, that was a conversation. That was a conversation. He couldn't get nothing past Marcel. I think Marcel, he already know. He already know. Yeah. But he said somebody should. You didn't. So you didn't worship the ground she walks on. If he do, you should just be happy that somebody, first of all, you should be happy that somebody is taking care of your kids since you ain't. He is providing for your kids since you ain't. And this ain't the first kid he provided for that ain't his kid. He ain't got no kids. Biologically. But in the heart, he got 3. You can't find a better guy than that. And if I was Trisha, I'll hold on tight, and I'll get a divorce so quick, and marry him, and give him a baby. Hold on, let me get this IVF, and give him a little chocolate baby. I sure would. Sure would. She 38. Oh, yeah, she can get pregnant. Yes, honey. Oh, is she 38? No. Who? No, that's somebody else. I don't know how old she is. She probably about 40. She can get pregnant. I sure would. Yeah, I hold on to him. Anyway, but that conversation was spot on. You did that, Marcel. We can move on. Oh, Nell talks to Mel. Mel encouraged Nell to get counseling with Dr. Francis. And she said, tell Dr. Francis I said hi and I'm doing well. Moving on. Okay. Okay, so then Dr. Francis comes over. So they got the 4 kids there. So Nell is in the kitchen cooking. She fussing at Chris. She fussing at Chris, trying to cook or something. I don't know. But she fussing at Chris before Dr. Francis get over there. And Chris was like, listen, we both say the same thing to the kids. It's just your delivery is a little more harsher than mine. And that he didn't put that in there, but that's what I think. Okay. Her delivery is a little more harsher than Chris's. Nell said, you wiggle your way out of it and make me the bad guy. I don't think so. I don't think so, Nell. I think you the bad guy. But I think you are the bad guy because it seems like you are the main breadwinner in the house. I think your daycare pay for that house. Yeah. So from what you say, from what you have said that, like when you said, if you want to go to your daddy and your daddy give you peace, then go to him if you want peace, cause he gonna listen to you, but that's it. So basically, he don't have no money to give you, but he'll listen to you. That's what I took out of it. Now, let me know if I'm wrong, but that's what I took out of it. She was like, so go to your daddy and see if he gonna pay all the stuff you need help with. So I think that her daycare is paying the majority of those bills and whatever, because real estate is not a guaranteed income unless you hustling, because if the market down, you may not be selling no houses, and you got to pinch some pennies until you sell a house. And I think that, so that Nell's daycare is footing that whole home and the majority of the bills and things like that. So I think the majority of the money comes from her. That's why they have to come to her, because if Fletcher was the main breadwinner and all the money was his, they wouldn't even bother with with their mama. They would go straight to him. So I think that Nell, is the main breadwinner, and so they gotta come to her, and if she needs, that's why she's saying my money, my money, my money, but she's saying your kids when she talked to Fletcher. I just noticed that. Your kids, your kids, your kids, but it's my money. But it's your kids. Hey, so, hey, they better get their life together, because, Nell she ain't with the shits no more. I'm sorry. She ain't with that. Hey, you better find something else to do. But anyway, Dr. Francis did his thing. He sat down there, and they figured out that Nell don't listen. She just listens so she can rebuttal, where Chris actually listens to the kids, and then he states what it is they're gonna do and everything like that. Nell don't even listen, because she was like, basically she felt like she always right, and when she say that you shouldn't do something and you do it anyway, she got the right to say that I told you so, and you were stupid, and you weren't gonna, you shouldn't have did it. I mean, it is what it is. I have some people in my family are like that as well. It is what it is. But Dr. Francis said, okay, so when she gets like this, overtalks you and yelling at you and everything like that, they said, and what happens? And they said, well, the communication is just dead. And so he was like, listen to what they say. The communication is dead. And he said, and what else is dead? And all of them say, some pieces inside of us. And so he told Nell to listen that, you slowly killing your kids, with all of this rah-rah that you doing. And so Dr. Francis said Nell is making a whole lot of noise to cover up the fact that she delicate. And he said, say something nice about your kids. So she went down the line I think she had the most to say about Lance. But whatever the case may be, she told her niece that, she loved her. And, you know, even though she ain't her mama, she love her. But she said something, nice about everybody, you know, and then, she started crying and stuff like that. So it was a good session. She needs some more sessions. Nah, that ain't enough, but that's enough for right now. She needs some more sessions. All right. So Trisha meets up with Marquez, whatever his name is. She basically said the same thing we said earlier, that she had to pick up the slack after her mama, daddy, and her sister died, and she had to go to work. She had to take care of the kids. She had to do everything, and he was gone. So she said, he said he want to have a one-on-one talk with Ken, man to man, whatever. And so she was like, that's fine. And so then she said, well, what about this divorce? And so he said, I'm gonna go to the courthouse. It's about $400. Then he gonna ask, do you have half on it? You ain't got $400. And so she was like, yeah. She was like, Ken to pay for it. She didn't say that to him, but she said that in the confessionals. Ken to pay for it. Yes, he will. Yeah, cause he is the main breadwinner in the house. To take some slack off of her. Yes, it is. So that was the end of the episode. Tell me how you feel. Like, share, and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. And I will see you. Why my thumbs up? It don't matter. Like, share, subscribe. This is your girl, msyelladiva. Peace.